Just as we thought, guys, that pound is selling off massively to the downside, mostly because of that 6-month extension, and the Japanese yen has been the fastest moving pair over the past 2 weeks. Let's talk about what's happening in markets. Roll the intro.
Purchase your tracks today.
What's up, traders? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the Top Trader channel. It's your head trader here, Cleveland Bishop. Hope you guys are having a fantastic start off to the week. It is May week 3, and that means we are moving over, right? We're crossing the second half of Q2, right? The month is moving fast. The year's moving fast. And if you guys want to stay up to date as what's happening in these markets, then you're in the right spot. All right. If you guys like the channel, if you guys like the content, make sure you guys subscribe. And if you guys need any help or have any questions, make sure you comment down below. We'll be right there to answer away. Last week, we were talking about gaps. That was literally the name of last week content segment. And only one gap fill, the Australian dollar. The New Zealand dollar, we can coin it as a gap fill. I'll post a screenshot right here where you guys can see the New Zealand dollar did fill a little bit on like a 1 hour or maybe a 4 hour time frame, but it didn't stay there for an entire day session. So when you look at the daily, all you see is a wick up into the gap, and then markets continuously moved sell side. So we're still getting a dramatic amount of price movement to the sell side for the Aussie, to the sell side for the New Zealand dollar. Massive buy side happening with the Japanese yen. You guys can see that right now. You guys can take a look at the USDJPY. Take a look at this massive sell side. We're sitting up here on the USDJPY at 112.25. All the way now we are down here at the 109.15s, 109 flats. So where is all of this momentum coming from? What the hell is going on? Well, as you guys know, it's probably something dealing with all the tariff shit that's happening inside of the global economy. The lack of negotiation between Trump and the Chinese government. Okay, so we're seeing a potential increase in another 200 billion, 300, God knows how many more billions of dollars of tariffs we will see increase. And of course, that's a horrible thing for the New Zealand dollar and the Australian dollar, because what? The largest trading partner that they have is the Chinese economy. Okay, so the worst that the Chinese economy is doing, especially since it's going to be massively impacted by potential tariffs in the US, well, then the worst that those currencies are going to do. And as we talked about last week, the Japanese yen, a safe haven currency, what's going to happen? All of this money is being repatriated back into the Japanese yen. I want to show you guys here the yen index. Take a look. All right, this is quite amazing, because if you really think about it, we haven't seen the yen index up here at these highs since really around January. So really around 4-5 months ago, we haven't seen the market run to this height. And this was also because of different things happening with trade. I'm going to try to stay talking into the mic. All right. So this is pretty interesting stuff. Are we going to end up breaking this previous high? If I zoom on in, what you guys will notice, that's the opposite of zooming in. If I zoom on in, what you guys will notice here is, I'm used to Thinkorswim. Notice that massive wick here to the upside. Okay, so if you consider that price action, then yeah, we have a long way back to the high. But if you consider the close of this candle, the actual price action of where price was, then yeah, we're really right there. We're only maybe about I would say really 3 to 4% away of a continued Japanese increase in terms of its currency price. Really only about 300 pips away from that previous high for the Japanese yen. And that will be the high for, man, quite some time. That goes back to 2017. We haven't seen markets at that high since 2016. Okay, so you see obviously a massive selling off of the Japanese yen outside of this 2016 consolidation. All right, and then of course we've just been consolidating inside of that price area since then. So man, if nothing happens, of course, in regards to this Trump trade war and these negotiations, then you're going to continue seeing this Japanese yen run. And this may be an opportunity for breakouts. This is not an opportunity for mean reversion. This doesn't seem like an opportunity for pullback trading. This is sheer breakouts on the Asian sessions, right? So you're playing on the 4 hour, you're playing on the hourly. These are opportunities that you're going to catch intraday. And that's really the best way I would position myself if I'm actively trading this asset. Outside of that, you're going to be waiting a long time, potentially, if you want to start catching some pullbacks on the Japanese yen, because we haven't seen one in a very long time. All right, here, I want to show you guys also what we're looking at for the pound. Take a look there at the pound. Let's see what we got loading up. And right now on the pound, if I zoom back in here, you guys can see again, massive selling happening at the moment. Let's go run the tape real quick of what we mentioned last week. We were thinking that the pound would sell off because of that 6-month extension. We were right in that assumption. Take a look here. Upside, we have markets hanging here in this upside area. For us, that somewhat can breed opportunity. It really can, because this gives us a scenario where we may deem markets as overextended. Now all we're trying to do is calculate a downside move and trade this market back down into its respective consolidation, which will put us around the 184.20s right now. So right now we're down here back at the lows on the GBP. That's going to be pretty interesting. Maybe we'll start to see a little bit of consolidation in that price area before, you know, we get another break back down into structure. Of course, we need to have a really solid rationalization of why this market will trade back to the upside. I don't have one. I do believe, if I go to the weekly time frame, take a look at this. If I go to the weekly time frame, I do believe that we will likely see a break of this area here. Let's take a look. I want to draw up some a quick little support level. I don't think this level right here is going to hold too much longer, folks. Give us about maybe till the middle of June. We should definitely be underneath this price area. So my bias on the long term for the pound is going to be to the sell side at the moment. I know that there was some really positive news that happened maybe about 2 weeks ago. Even though they had a 6-month extension, some reports came out saying that, oh yeah, we're about to really we're about to finalize it. Well, then guess what? We just had a massive pullback down in the structure because those finalizations didn't take place, and many market participants and the parliament themselves are still a little bit nervous and tense about, are they going to be able to come to something? So, and as that situation develops in regards to people being a little bit more confused about if Brexit negotiations are going to actually pass in the next month or so, which is what they were basically saying last month, well then guess what? If they don't feel like that's going to happen, we're going to run sell side past that structure fairly swiftly. Okay, so that's going to be some pretty interesting stuff to see there as well. All right, so what else are you guys looking at? I know you guys want to take a look maybe at some of this Aussie sell side movement. Let's look at the NZD first real quick, just because we're close. Look at that NZD sell side. This is a weekly. If I pull over and show you guys what we're looking like on the daily, you guys can see that we've had nothing but sell side on the NZD since, let's see, what's that, March 26th. So if at one point you're buying the NZD for March, you weren't able to hold that move for any more than 3 days. Okay, so literally about 60 to almost 90 days of sell side has happened on the NZD, on the New Zealand Kiwi, and that's going to be really important for us to continue. Okay, wait, is our market going to continue to move sell side in this exact same capacity? I think so. I really do, especially if we look back at it on a weekly time frame. What you guys will notice is, yeah, we are nearing, you know, some type of market low. This is 2009. Okay, this is a weekly, by the way, again. So yes, we are nearing some kind of market low, but we're not at the lowest point that this currency has ever been. So it's going to be pretty interesting for us to continue to potentially see some sell side on this bad boy. What does that mean for us? Should we be buying the JPY, selling the Aussie, selling the New Zealand dollar? I think that sounds like probably one of the better trades that we could see go down. All right, so outside of that, yes, we are going to get some retail sales numbers out. We're going to get a little bit more economic data reports out coming this week here. Let's take a quick look and see exactly what's going on. Head over to Trading Economics. I like Trading Economics more than Forex Factory. I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with Trading Economics, but they're actually a pretty good platform. They're not the most popular, but I like the way they segment the data. All right, so what are we looking at? We do have some Aussie housing data coming out, but Monday seems to be pretty calm. BOC, we have a member of their central banker speaking as well, but Tuesday things starts to ramp up a bit. We have an Aussie business confidence survey coming out. What I'm really looking forward to are these German inflation rates, and then we have another thing coming from Germany. Where is it at? There it is. You have an economic sentiment, and so we know that Germany right now has had low wage growth, and they've been missing target on inflation, so that's going to be pretty important for the euro. We do know that the euro has been sitting at its lows now for the past 4 or 5 weeks. So any kind of positive data coming out of Germany, Germany is Europe's largest economy, so any kind of positive data coming out of there is usually going to cause that euro to kind of move just a bit. Continuing along here, nothing too amazing. We have a Germany GDP growth rate. That's going to be pretty important Also, Canada inflation numbers are going to be coming out. Outside of that, I don't see too much going on this week. So most of the data that we're going to have coming out this week does pertain over to Australia and the pound and Canada a bit, but we're going to still be waiting for the retail sales numbers to be coming out for the euro, retail sales number coming out for the US dollar as well. Folks, I think we're going to see a continued move for that Japanese yen. We were right in our assumptions with the pound, but I do believe that pound still has more sell side coming its way. If you guys want a few more of these ideas, you want to share some ideas, comment down below. I'd love to get involved there. And we're going to be talking about all of this information over at the Top Trader Academy. You guys can get access to that below. You can contact us, schedule a call. We'll talk with you, see where you're at in your trading, and see where we can help in any capacity. But later this week, we're going to be coming out with a trader tips. Kyler's been wanting to do a Kyler and Cleveland show on entries. So like entries regarding limit orders, stop orders, and all these kind of things. People get a little bit confused with the difference between stop limits and limit orders in general. So we're going to be talking a little bit more about that. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Let's get a dialogue going in the comment section below. We've been really good at that lately. Want to know what you guys are looking to do. If you guys have any questions, let us know. I'll talk to you soon.